Hey guys, what is going on? This is Zip of RageQuitTV. Gonna be casting a game between Slayers.Min and HwangSin from Team iG.HwangSin. So it is a PVZ on Antiga Shipyard. HwangSin starting off the match with a hello. Min says hi. Nothing too interesting going on, and I'm running low on replay, so I don't know how good the next few days will be in terms of game quality. But I have went back and attached replays to my past 15 casts. So if there was ever a game I casted recently that you wanted to get the replay for and steal the build, now you can, and I will be attaching replays to all future casts. And along the weekend, I will stock back up on replays, and hopefully we'll get some really good games. Again, I don't know how good this game is, but we will find out. It is ZVP on Antiga Shipyard. We do have Min going to be going for an extractor trick, it looks like. We'll see when he exactly gets his pull. It looks like he just went and built one extra drone. HwangSin does get his pylon out, signifying that he wants to go for a forge fast expand, while his probe is going to be scouting in the close position. The overlord going to be going in this close position. Both players will scout each other. Second, it looks like extractor going up at 14, so it looks like it's a very standard build out of Min. 14 gas, 14 pool, or maybe it's going to be 14 gas, 13 pool. Nope, going to be 14-14, it looks like, from Min. HwangSin still has not built that forge. He is at 14 supply. Generally, that does come around 15 supply. So we'll see if he ends up getting that now or just going straight for the Nexus. A probe has not been pulled off, so I'm assuming HwangSin will just go straight for that Nexus as the probe does come in here, sees the pool, sees the gas. And, yeah, he's going to be going for the Nexus, not going to be getting that forge. It does put him in a little bit of a danger zone of getting Lings running right on by. And then, after they get into HwangSin's main, speed does finish, and it becomes a nightmare to deal with. So HwangSin will most likely not build any more probes and just focus on getting this walled off. The forge will be coming, and then a gateway. We'll see if he does end up going for any more probes. It looks like he is. He does have one probe right out here, just watching to see if Slayers.Min does commit with a bunch of Lings. He may have been watching the larva and known, okay, you can't immediately get 6 Lings when this pool does finish, and that means he has a little bit of time. Pylon going to go down right here. Going to be getting a gateway and then probably a cannon. Well, a cannon, then a gateway, I should say. I don't think he'll go Nexus Forge Gateway, but he does. And this is definitely a very risky build as Min is getting Lings out. Will he get enough Lings? Those Lings should be able to make it to HwangSin's wall off, but he is going to be ready to build another gate if he has to. So those Lings not going to be doing any damage whatsoever. And because of this one scouting worker, he can prepare exactly for this. The cannon is even going to be finishing before the Lings get there. Min really did not get any Lings anytime soon. You did see the Queen pretty much came out before the Lings finished building, which just says he built drones, not a big deal. 18 workers to 21. HwangSin's Nexus, though, already done, while Slayers.Min, it's only a quarter of the way. He does have his Lings spread out, just looking for any type of forward pylons. Does have one up here. Looking at his vision, you can see he has just great vision all around. Overlord right here, probably going to stay in this one area. May go up on this high ground right there and try to find if a probe does come here, because probes placing pylons here is definitely not uncommon. Then warping in, that may be why this one Lings here, so hopefully you can see if there is a warp in. We'll see what HwangSin does. The Overlord just going to be watching the cybernetics core and see if Chrono Boost is used immediately on it once or twice. And after probably the third time, the Overlord does get out. Overlord's still here, and most likely HwangSin will be Chrono Boosting that cybernetics core because he does have 2 Nexus. Going to be seeing it on that one forge. And now the cybernetics core and the Overlord going to start getting away. Has a little bit more time, but maybe he just wants to go and see these gas. If he doesn't see any gas there, then it's probably going to be some type of gateway build. If he sees 2 gases, then Robo Play and Stargate is possible. Meanwhile, Slayers.Min looks like he is just droning up. Does have a few Lings out. He does have speed. Only 8 Lings out on the map. 29 drones to 35 probes, but Min is going to be going on a 3rd base. And the Overlord does not really care about these gas. I'm really surprised Min does not try to see that. I guess he's just keeping an eye on how many times the Chrono Boost does go off on the Forge and the Cybernetics core. And because it's gone off on the both Forge and Cybernetic score quite a bit, that may be a big enough tell that the gateway play is coming, as HwangSin going to be getting 4 more gates. The Overlord does not see any of that. And there we go, the 2 gases going on at the 7-minute mark. It looks like he will be doing a 6-gate. Wouldn't be surprised if I saw 1 more gate. Maybe it's just going to be a 5-gate with +1. And Evo Chamber and Roach one being built by Slayers.Min. Again, he doesn't really have any idea. I'm really surprised he hasn't sacked an Overlord around 6:45 or 7 minutes just to see exactly what is coming. And if it's only going to be a 5-gate, HwangSin may be going for a Twilight Council next and go into some type of Blink Stalker play. It's very abusive on Antiga Shipyard just because there's so many places to blink up to. You can blink here and things can't really attack you if you have an observer. Then you can just blink up into the main. It's pretty funny. Also, when he attacks this 3rd base, he can blink on back down here and just keep all his units alive. HwangSin going to be moving out with a bunch of sentries and 2 zealots with that 1 probe. But there are so many lings out for Slayers.Min just around the map. He knows this is coming. Get him back off. He doesn't want to fight this just yet. He does have 7 roaches on the way. That +1 carapace has started. And HwangSin going to be probably getting that pylon. As soon as he moves out, there we go. Slayers.Min does decide now's a good time to get the scout on. Does see 4 more gates up here, so he knows it's at least a 5-gate. HwangSin getting a robo facility right now. And we'll see what he follows that robo facility with. He is going for extremely fast 3rd base at 9 minutes and 20 seconds. What has he seen? He hasn't really seen too much. And this is a little bit greedy to go on a 3rd base before the 10-minute mark. But it's definitely... You definitely can pull it off. We do have the Twilight Council now being built for HwangSin, so it looks like he will be going into that blink play. Pylon being placed down here. Ling does come in, sees this 3rd base, and now Slayers.Min will most likely start powering roaches or something. HwangSin going to be doing something odd and going for Protoss Shields level 1. And does he have... So it looks like he's at 1-1 right now and just wants to go 1-1-1. He has heard that is good from many Terrans, but that is a completely different way to do 1-1-1. He is going to be starting to wall off past these destructible rocks just in case they do end up going down. Quite a few roaches out. It is pretty much even supply on terms of the army. Slayers.Min is ahead by 21. Those rocks are going to be going down, but HwangSin has a secondary wall that Min has no idea about. And of course, HwangSin knows that is being taken out, and he doesn't really care too much. Just getting his forces up. We do have Min going to be getting a Baneling's Nest. The rocks do go down. Now he sees the gateways. And looks like he is going to be attacking them. Trying to get one of those gates canceled. But now he has to back off. The roaches don't have speed just yet. Speed is not started. That lair is done. But no speed for those roaches. So their stalkers can catch up. And they will get 1 roach kill and possibly do damage to another one. HwangSin going to keep on moving out. He does have an immortal. Going into this army supply. It is 53-53. Dead even. HwangSin going to be backing off. He knows he's going into Min territory, and Min does have the defender's advantage. Min gets a full scout on what HwangSin's army does look like. Probably sees 1-1-1 upgrades. And HwangSin just going to be pulling on back. Min is starting that creep spread up and morphing in a few Banelings. And that's an odd call just because of how many sentries HwangSin does have and how much energy they have. He hasn't really used a single force field yet this game, so there's pretty much an unlimited amount of force fields right now for HwangSin. Each sentry probably averaging 3 force fields because you do have these little outliers down here. Maybe like 3.5. He has at least 24 force fields he can use. Min does have a bunch of lings up here. HwangSin is going to be moving. Takes out 1 creep tumor. And looks like he may be blinking up to the high ground right here, doing what damage again, but Slayers.Min going to be sending those lings off to do a counterattack. We do have HwangSin with a few stalkers right here, but that does not look like it's going to stop those lings. 3 cans back here, but Min is going to be going in to do some economic harassment. More lings wanted to run up to the main, but it looks like they have decided to back off after a zealot is there. They're going to be pulling back, sees this one pylon, but he is just going to be going for this one army as HwangSin does move out, placing force field so his units can walk on the red carpet to get up to that 3rd base. More force fields go down. HwangSin is trapped up on the high ground, but Slayers.Min doesn't have any units there. His immortals fighting very valiantly against those roaches, while I guess the stalkers are going to be taking out overlords and pretty much everything else they can. This one immortal not taking really any damage from these roaches. only Ling's out now, and now this Immortal does go down, but the force fields still are coming from HwangSin. Does have enough for at least 3 more, gets another set off. This hatch is going to be falling down. HwangSin does have blink. These sentries are not going to be getting out of here alive, but the Stalkers will be able to blink down here. They're going to be taking off this one Overseer right now, just doing as much damage as they possibly can. There we go. The Stalkers do blink down, and looks like they will be blinking up on this high ground with Slayers.Min trying to take his 4th base. There we go. There goes the blink on those Stalkers, and now they're going to keep on going. Find out there's a 4th base here. And doing damage, will it get the cancel off? Those Lings are running to it. Slayers.Min looks like he can defend this, but that hatch is getting very low. It does complete, and HwangSin gonna keep on going for it. Gets a blink off. Those Lings cannot get us around, and that allows HwangSin to just barely snipe that one hatch. Slayers.Min down on 2 base, while HwangSin is on 3 bases. Worker count is 72 to 72. Slayers.Min not really minding right now, and because both these hatches did fall, that does do about, let's see, at least 780 gas. Slayers.Min will not mind, and he is going for those mutas. So HwangSin, by sniping these 2 bases, did pretty much eliminate 7 mutas from the game, which is definitely a big deal when any Zerg player wants to go for mutas. He still has plenty of Lings right here. HwangSin is going to be pushing out as these mutas do come in. He leaves enough Stalkers, so it looks like he definitely knows about this. And those mutas do get repelled as half of HwangSin's force are going into Slayers.Min base. Right now, he is taking 3 bases, really banking on HwangSin not to attack. But also in his defense, he probably didn't have too much love. He could really, oh no, he does have plenty of love, and he could have got actual units instead of one of these bases. 165 supply to 164. Here we go. Big battle goes down. Force fields go, and Slayers.Min does back off. He does have Banelings in this. If the Banelings do connect with the Stalkers, this fight will easily go into Slayers.Min's favor. But the problem is HwangSin just has so many sentries, and many of them do have over 150 energy, which will mean they can throw 3 force fields down, which is so much, as it does wall off this one ramp. Blink does go down. Going to pick off 1 or 2 meters, maybe just 1. Slayers.Min getting more and more Banelings. Really going to be banking that. HwangSin cannot get those force fields. There we go. Banelings coming in, but some great force fields from HwangSin do block them. Those mutas are going down because there's no other DPS on those Stalkers. HwangSin is completely force fielded in. A few Banelings do hit. HwangSin does bring his forces that were at his base, protecting it from those mutas. And now Slayers.Min looks like he won't have enough to take this out, and HwangSin will be getting the victory, as he does slowly move on up. And there we go, the GG does get called. And you may be wondering why I said it was 780 gas for sniping 2 hatcheries.
Updates available.
Sorry about that. I was opening up SC2 gears. Looks like they do have updates, but every, base, or every extractor, accrues 1.9 gas per second, I believe. So, 1 extractor on 1 hatch, the hatch takes 100 seconds, so times that by 1.9, you have 1900. So, while you are rebuilding your hatchery, 1 extractor could have mined 180 gas, so 190 gas, I said. 2 could have mined 380. So, that's kind of how you get it, and that's why sniping hatches is so good against anyone who is trying to go for any heavy muta type play, because sniping a hatch does automatically eliminate 4 mutas from the playing field. And we will be going into SC2 gears right now there. Whoops. Hopefully I didn't have anything important on that Skype. Hold on, let me just double check that. No, it looks good. So, what do we have here? Let's go to Slayers.Min. Slayers.Min, looks like it is this one. Yep, here we go. This is Slayers.Min game. Going off right to the units, we have 11 blinks, 39 force field, 39 force fields, 2 Guardian shields, 259 attack moves. We do have some hold positions from HwangSin and stops. Not too big of a deal. 37 banelings, 39 Lova Inject, 71 attack moves, 1 Generate Creep. Not too interesting because the game did not go that long. 7 return cargoes. Going over to the APM, we do have macro APM of 70, micro APM of 130 for HwangSin. Slayers.Min at 104 macro, 159 micro. Redundancy, 37% for Min, 23% for HwangSin. And I just noticed it's Min versus Sin. A little bit funny. 263 APM overall versus the 200. Min slightly faster, but again, he was having mutas, which you do constantly control. Really do need a lot of APM to control those mutas, and we'll see what his injects do look like. 12.4 seconds. I guess the 10-minute mark has been my keystone moment. 9.8 seconds. I just do 10 minutes because this is pretty much before any type of aggression comes out. It's how good they inject when nothing is going on. I guess that makes sense. Resources spent, and that will conclude this. We do have the gas and minerals pretty even. The gas is actually dead even. Only a 500 difference with Min mining less gas than HwangSin. That's mainly because he did get his hatchery sniped. And that's pretty much going to conclude this cast. If I don't really know what to say. So, my apologies if the game wasn't that good. I only have like 15 to 20 minute games right now. I'm going to be looking for longer replays because you do know longer equates to generally better games. This game wasn't too bad actually, but you do run the risk when you cast those games under 20 minutes of just complete build order wins or losses, whatever. Take care guys, and I will see you next time.